In the deepest, most humid corners of the Amazon, death doesn't come with a roar. It comes with a silent, hypnotic slither. You are entering a kingdom where every shadow, every leaf, and every riverbank hides a hunter that has remained completely unchanged for millions of years. From the crushing power of the anaconda to venom that literally melts bone, we are diving deep into the Amazon snake empire. Because listen, if you think you're safe right now, you just haven't seen what's hiding in the shadows. Let's descend into the darkness.
We really need to understand that we aren't just talking about regular animals today. We're exploring living, breathing nightmares. This is an entire empire built on stealth and calculated execution. It's exactly like the saying goes, death doesn't come with a roar down here, it slithers right up to you.
Section 1. Nature's Biological Engineering.
Okay, let's start with the hardware. We have to reframe how we think about these creatures, right? Amazonian snakes are absolute engineering marvels. We're talking about the green anaconda, a titan that can reach lengths of up to 30 feet. Imagine something the length of a full-size school bus navigating silently through a flooded forest. It's a scale that's honestly almost impossible to comprehend until you're standing right next to one. Their bodies are optimized for one single purpose, and that's survival.
And it's not just the length. It's the sheer mass. We're talking over 250 kilograms. Actually, let's put that into perspective. That's roughly the weight of a grand piano, but made entirely of heavily muscled, highly active biological power. To move 250 kilograms of pure muscle without making a sound, that requires a level of biological engineering that our best human technology can still barely fathom.
So how do they operate all this massive hardware? Well, first off, they have these incredible heat-sensing pits along their jaws. It essentially acts like built-in thermal imaging, meaning they can detect the body heat of a tiny mouse in total pitch-black darkness. Second, their skin is covered in microscopic scales. These scales drastically reduce friction, allowing them to glide across the dry, leaf-littered forest floor in near-total silence. They aren't just reptiles, they are the ultimate, perfectly optimized predators of the rainforest. Stealth bombers made of muscle and scale.
Section 2. Masters of the Ambush.
Now, all that incredible biological hardware is used for one specific strategy, the ambush. You see, the Amazon doesn't reward speed. The terrain is just too chaotic for that. Instead, it fiercely rewards patience. A snake here can wait for days, perfectly still, blended into the mossy bark or the murky water like an absolute ghost. They don't just hide from their prey, they completely vanish.
We're talking about camouflage so unbelievably effective that you, yes you, could be standing literally inches away from a deadly bushmaster and never even know it was there. They use their environment to become completely invisible, waiting with this infinite chilling patience for that one single heartbeat of an unsuspecting victim. It's not just basic stealth, guys. It is pure, calculated execution.
Section 3. Constriction versus chemical venom.
So once that ambush is triggered, how do they actually finish the job? Well, when we talk about power, we look at the giants. There are two distinct lethal methods here. On one hand, anaconda doesn't need venom, it uses constriction. It's basically a living rope of muscle that wraps around its prey, snapping ribs and stopping circulation in mere seconds. But then there is the venomous side. Snakes like the fertile ants and the bushmaster possess a terrifying chemical cocktail. This stuff destroys blood cells, entirely shuts down the nervous system, and can quite literally melt bone. It's a brutal choice between crushing physical power and devastating chemical destruction.
And what exactly are they taking down with these methods? We aren't just talking about a few small rodents here. These snakes can take down prey massively larger than themselves. We're talking wild boars roaming the forest floor, full-grown armored caimans, and yes, even sharks that wander into the river systems. In the blink of an eye, these predators can turn vibrant, dangerous life into a quick meal.
Section 4. A brutal fight for survival.
Beyond the hunt, though, their own life is a constant, brutal battle. I mean, how do they navigate the severe challenges of the Amazon, like those massive seasonal floods? Well, unlike most reptiles that lay eggs, the giant green anaconda actually gives birth to live young. And not just a couple of them. A single female can drop up to 60 babies all at once into the flooded waters.
But here is the major catch. These hatchlings are born ready to survive in what is arguably Earth's most hostile environment. They are entirely solitary fighters right out of the gate. They don't hunt in packs, they don't get raised by their parents, and nobody is there to protect them. Every single moment from their very first breath is a desperate fight for existence in the Amazonian jungle.
Section 5. Guardians of the Jungle.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to completely flip the narrative for a second. Facing a creature that has survived millions of years is a profoundly humbling experience. These snakes aren't just the villains or monsters of the rainforest. They are the ultimate necessary guardians of the Amazonian balance. They control the animal populations, preventing overgrazing and the spread of disease. They keep the wild, wild. They maintain an incredibly delicate ecosystem balance. And honestly, that commands our deep respect, not just our fear.
So, I'll leave you with this. If you found yourself face to face with a giant in the deep Amazon, waiting perfectly still in the shadows, could you handle the silence? Let us know down in the comments. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to Wildlife Essence for more deep dives into the incredibly fascinating secrets of the natural world. Stay curious and stay safe.